So I'm going to start with a little anecdote. I was 12 and my little cousin was 7. And we're sitting at our grandparents' dining room table, and he has taken upon the task of reading Heroes of Olympus. And so suddenly he blurts out, "Wait, how does Nico love Percy?" And my fangirl mind shrieked with happiness. And I proclaimed, because my baby boy Nico is gay. There was confusion from my 7-year-old, horror from my 80-year-old conservative grandpa, and I guess I taught them new lessons. So Riordan has so many LGBTQ characters within his books that I think it's amazing, because his books are published by Disney, and Disney hasn't passed the threshold of really including LGBTQ characters. There's this iFunny Tumblr post that I will show you, which I think is hilarious because it's so true. Like, I'm very curious if Riordan got any backlash for including characters. Alright, this video I'm going to only focus on a few of that very long list. Nico di Angelo, Will Solace, Alex Fierro, Reyna. I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name. Nico di Angelo. Alright, so I wrote a lot of fan fictions when I was in middle school. There had to be something more to Nico. And then House of Hades. And I wrote a lot of Persico one-shots. In fact, I went back to my old Gmail and typed in Persico. 58 results. Yep, I wrote a lot. So, that being said, Persico, I liked Persico, but Persebeth is OTP. Alright, now before we get on to Solangelo of Nico's love story, I want to talk about something that I think is vital in Riordan's use of LGBTQ characters. You see, especially with the Cupid scene, how much Nico hates himself for being gay. So Riordan perfectly captured the internal struggle of many LGBTQ characters and people in real life. And he showed the toll it took on Nico's psyche and how he acted. And so I think that was amazing of Riordan to do. So that kind of leads into the Solangelo-ish part. But a lot of fan fictions, especially starting after House of Hades, dealt a lot with mental health. Alright, so on to Will. I don't know a lot about Will. Like, we learned in Trials of Apollo, he's humble, he's smart, and yeah, so I'm excited to see more of him in the final installment that comes out to October 6th. I have a countdown. But, I mean, in terms of Solangelo, I think it's cliche, like,
the god of light and sun and happiness. Sun is dating the god of darkness and death.
But to be honest, I can't see Nico with anyone else, at least in the series. Because, like, yes, it's cliche, but sometimes love is cliche. And Nico deserves it. Alright, Reyna. I'm not going to say her whole name. This will probably be the most spoiled full of it all, because this spoils Tyrant's Tomb. I don't remember it that well, but Aphrodite did a prophecy about Reyna having a broken heart and can only be healed by someone. And Apollo thinks he's that someone. Yeah, so they interact. And Reyna turns him down. And so Apollo's like, "Wait, are you a lesbian?" And this is when a lot of this new ship came out. Reyna and Thalia. Would it be Tharnia? Ralia? Thana? I don't know, but very cute fan art. In the end, she essentially denies both claims, and reflects that she doesn't have romantic feelings for people. She's asexual. And so when that returns to the prophecy that Aphrodite gave, it's interpreted as she needed to find herself. She needed to find what love meant to her. Alright, Magnus Chase, baby! I'm gonna do a video on which one is my favorite because I am opinionated. So Alex Fierro is gender fluid, meaning some days Fierro identifies as male, sometimes female. And what I found so fascinating about Riordan including this character is it's not told from their point of view. Because I've read young adult fiction books that are told by people struggling with gender identity. Overall, and I read a lot of reviews from gender fluid people who wrote about the Alex Fierro's character, and overall it was positive. Like, I learned a lot, which I think is probably the most important. Like how Riordan discussed Nico's self-hatred for himself for being gay. Alex Fierro dealt a lot with internal struggle, but also societal struggle. Riordan included statistics within the book about homelessness in the LGBTQ community and abuse and exclusion LGBTQ children feel. And so it was so raw and true what Riordan wrote, and I think that's amazing. It's advocacy saying LGBTQ are more likely to experience abuse, trauma, homelessness, along with, of course, mental health.